Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Linda. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and if you are a returning subscriber, nakutambua tena sana and watch ads. So guys, the story for today, ama story ya leo, is something that I have learned in the past few days, and I've noticed that I never knew a lot of things. And this is the story of Princess Diana. And guys, before we go to this to the story, because I want to give you the story of the night she died. That's the story for today, the night she died. But before we go to that story of the night that she died, I would like to give you a small sneak peek of what her life was like before this night. It is said that she was born on 1st of June of 1961, and her name, by the guys, do you know her name? Like, we know her as Princess Diana, but do you know her birth name? Yani ile jina nye maybe kawa na kuanga na ID. Do you know her ID name? She was known as Diana Frances Spencer, and her mother went by the name Frances Scheid Kyde. Where? And the father, John Spencer. And did you know that the highly, tasemaje, you know, the highly, sijui nipe jina gani, aristocrat who went by the name, this name, yeah, that I remember that name, was a first cousin. And she was raised in a wealthy family, by the way. She was not a poor girl. She had sisters. One of the sisters went by the name Sarah. And did you know that Sarah was actually the girlfriend to Prince Charles before her? So I don't understand how they got to the point of dating when actually Sarah was the girlfriend to this guy. And but then, do you know that Prince Charles hakuwa handsome? Like, that guy is not handsome, like, for real. I looked at him and I'm like, ooh, so you're Prince Charles? No, I am a princess. If this is how this is, no, that guy is not handsome. Like, the fact that he has this name of Prince, sijui mwanzo wa jina yake ama ndio mwisho, just gives it a different flavor to it. But there's no flavor in his face. No flavor, no. But I've remembered, he was called Sir Winston Churchill. Was Diana's first cousin. Guys, can you imagine that? I didn't know that. And I was fascinated. I'm like, yo, I'm following this story today. So let's get to the story for today. But a lot is said about this lady. But I really tell you guys, because I can say that if you ask any person, hata watoto wamezaliwa juzi, waulize ama uambie, name for me 5 princesses. Trust me, hawajui princesses, wanajua Princess Diana peke yake. She was referred as the princess of the people. She had a big heart. She was beautiful. Lakini wakati aliingia kwa hii castle, it seemed like she had she was going through something, because she grew thin every day. That's when she came out and said alikuwa na suffer from bulimia, something hiyo ugonjwa ya bulimia nervosa. Yeah, the doctor said the name. Yeah, she was suffering from that, and it is said that Prince Charles really hakumsaidia, because Prince Charles was busy doing what men know how to do, chasing after a woman who went by the name Camilla. Ay, enyewe, history ya kuwanya ilianza kitambo. We are not yet to finish it. Like, let's just embrace it. We just welcome, you know, if you have a husband, huyo ni demoni yako, kemea and be happy, because it's not ending, it's going nowhere. So the one thing that really annoys me the most is the fact that Camilla will one day be the queen. Shy. How? God, are you in heaven? Like how? You people, okay, let me not say that. Iharibu flavor ya story. So, they, like on, it said that August of 1996 is when this divorce came to happen. Like they divorced after 10 plus years in marriage. They divorced, but she had two princess. There's no princess like the lady princess. Yeah, the two, Harry and William. We know them. Those are the ntasemaje, tasemaje,
Yes.
yani maprince wa siku hizi, hao ndio wako sahi, hao ndio tunajua, na wenye even my kids or the kids who are born nowadays can actually relate to. But nani hata anajua story ya Prince Charles? Narudia, that guy no no out. So the divorce came to be on August of 1996, and this divorce was actually advised by the Queen herself, Queen Elizabeth. And when it happened, they said that they stripped off Diana of the Iso rights of royalty, her royal highness and all that, because she was referred as the alikuwa anaitwa the Prince of Wales. Yes, she was referred as the Prince of Wales, but when the Princess of Wales. But when this divorce happened, they actually stripped her of those rights, and a lot of things, security and everything else was stripped off. So she was all alone, a normal human being. But guys, the princess in her never came out of her. Like it's the saying yenye tunasemanga, you can get the bush, you can get a man out of the bush, but you cannot get the bush out of the man. So Princess Diana, you could get the princess, the protection, the luxurious life and everything else out, but her as a person, yani yeye personality yake, she was a princess. That's when she gained this title of Princess of the People. And guys, personally nikiangalia hizo stories vizuri, sijaipenda ku even talk of negative about that lady, because it is said that she had infidelity and everything else. But mlikuwa mnataka fanye nini? Serious, mlikuwa mnataka fanye? Like this man was all over with Camilla. The fact that this man was famous, but he had the guts to go out there and do shit, and nobody asked her. But mnataka Diana akaye angoje. Like Diana did her thing and she did it like mnataka fanye nini? So that's when it was that was the story of the divorce and everything else. Now she's a free woman, everything, with the two kids. Of course, the two kids are still royalty, but not her. And now on like August of 1997 is when now they were seen with this son to a billionaire. Hey, udema alikuwa tasemaje, alikuwa na hiyo kuvutia. Sijui angenipea tu hiyo hizo tips za to get there. But hey, Alfred, okay, let's get to the story. Okay, in this August of 1997 is when she met. I don't think they met that time, but it's the first time that they were seen in public. And this guy went by the name Al-Fayed, and Al-Fayed, to be precise, Dodi Al-Fayed, was the son of a billionaire, an Egyptian billionaire who went by the name Mohammed Al-Fayed. And when they were seen, it was around before they met, previously on July, now we are wording kidogo, July, they had gone to a yacht, whatever. They had gone with the sons to some kind of vacation. They were a guest to the Al-Fayed family. And after they had fun and all that, I think Princess took the kids back to the royal family and whatever else, and she came back to a different yacht that was bought at I think 2 billion francs. Yeah, francs. And this time, that's when now they were filmed everywhere, the paparazzi and everything else. And that's when we first met Dodi Al-Fayed. And they looked really, they looked together. They looked together. And this was on 30th of August of 1997. And on that same day, they took a private plane back to Paris. And when they came back to Paris, they went to a mansion that was called Villa Windsor. Yeah, it was called Villa Windsor. And this mansion, guys, guess who owned it? Mohammed Al-Fayed. Wow. Wow. Hey. Me nataka your life. Like, ooh. Yacht, private plane, mansion. What else? Like, wow. Okay. And from there, they went to Ritz Hotel. Who owns Ritz Hotel? Mohammed Al-Fayed. Hey! Okay. They went there. Before they went to the Ritz, they went to an apartment. Hiyo jina hiyo apartment ni ngumu. Sitajichocha hapa. Ni ngumu hiyo jina. But it was a big apartment. They went there. And this apartment actually belonged to Dodi. And of course, it belonged to the father. See it in Dodi anyway. It's it's called the community wealth or family wealth or whatever. And from there, they went to the Ritz Hotel. When they reached the Ritz Hotel now, they were there, I think, to have lunch. And when they had lunch, not lunch but dinner, they actually went to a room, and in this room it was some kind of a presidential ensuite. Hey, now hii presidential ensuite, guess who had been there before? Winston Churchill and other people. Yani, just imagine but then place Kenyatta Uhuru hawezi make. So Mr. Dream, I'm not there. I'm not going to disturb my dreams. So when they were there, it is said, hata kama mambo nisemange, it is that in that night they had ordered 2 rings. That it is that Dodi Al-Fayed was to propose to Diana. And it was rumored that hapo kwa royalty family and all that, they had an hint that Diana was going to get married to Dodi, and after getting married, alikuwa chukue watoi wake, who was Harry and William, to Egypt. And it kind of it left a bitter taste on their mouth. It was not something that they really wanted, because hiyo picha, kuna watu wenye wanaishi na picha, nikifanya hivi watu watanionaje. I think that's how royalty works. It's not even for them. That's at the rich people. That's what they do. And there's a lot of reasons why the royalty really never acknowledged Diana as the wife. Kuna vitu like kwa wedding hakutaka the word obey ikue kwa hizo vows, alafu kwa kurezi watoi wake, she did it all by herself. Hata kama alikuwa na nannies alihire herself, not from the royalty family at wando wanaleta nannies. So there was a lot of things that were really different that Diana did that the royalty never did, and they kind of had this bitter taste about this lady. Yani msichana, unajua. And it really hurt me so much to imagine that these people, see what wamejua Diana all of a sudden, they were family friends from way back. And now they are treating her like someone they had never met, like someone mwenye ametokea from nowhere. And I think in-laws tu kuna tu venye wako. Akisimuoane. Mutuache. Like, kuna tu venye wako. But now, and the rings were actually delivered. The rings were delivered at the Ritz Hotel. And when they were delivered, I don't know at what point, Dodi called the father, who was Mohammed Al-Fayed, and told him that he wanted to go back to the apartment. But now the paparazzi were full. kwa mlango ya hiyo Reeds, like there were many waiting for the royalty, not royalty but the glamour. Royalty imeisha hapo, from the glamorous couple and all that, you know, it's like hapa juzi hapa sijui anaitwa aje, Pete something and Kim Kardashian, we are all after them, googling our eyes, what are they doing, as if they don't know what we do. So wanafanyanga tu ni manguo tu wanavanga different. Mimi sijui ni nini na kuanga. But they Kenya hatuna celebrities. Nyinyi mnajua hivyo. We don't have, ni kujichocha tu. No ma celeb. But sasa that's now the reason why alicall babake akamwambia I want to go back to the apartment. I don't know, maybe alikuwa anataka babake amtumie some kind of security. I don't know why he called the father. But alimwambia I want to go back to my apartment. That's around 12 midnight, before, after some minutes to midnight. That is now 31st. Remember they came on the 30th. Now 31st. So I think alikuwa anataka security. So venye alimwambia akamwambia you have no reason to really go to the apartment. You have everything you need in that hotel. Guys, he had everything he needs in that hotel. Hey, okay. Me, I don't have everything I need in my house. So kumwambia hivyo, I think it's kind of they agreed that it's okay for him to stay at the Reeds Hotel. But now I don't know what really changed his mind, because within some minutes, now 12 something heavy, they left the hotel. But before they left the hotel, they were, you know, this guy went by the name Henry. Henry Paul was now the driver to this Diana, Dodie, and the bodyguard who went by the name Trevor Ree Jones. Now there were 4 people. But before that, Henry Paul had left work. Alikuwa ameshatoka. Ni kama sasa umemaliza job yako unaenda home, ushaacha, you know, guest wako penye wanalala or else or anything, because apparently it was like they were supposed to sleep there. So alikuwa amemaliza job, ameenda home ama wherever penye alikuwa anakaa. So amewacha kwa hiyo Reeds Hotel. So wakamuita back. So when he came back is when now aliambiwa alikuwa anataka kwenda to the apartment that belonged to Dodie. Na when waliongea hivyo, but Dodie akamwambia, but this paparazzi, I don't know what to do, because now they are really pestering us. Nani huyu Henry Paul worked for some kind of intelligence. He was not just a normal driver. He worked for the intelligence. But hakuna mtu anajua in what terms did he work for these people. Is it for like to relay information, some kind of snitch? Was he just somebody who worked with them, maybe kuwape information in terms of protecting Diana? Nobody knows, because tawambia kwa nini nasema hivyo. So the point is, Henry went to this paparazzi. Akawambia, the glamorous couple will be leaving in some minutes time. Get ready. So see, amewa put on toes, like, okay, we are here, tumeambiwa wanatoka nini, everybody will be cameras nini, everybody is ready to, you know, to question the princess, because hakuna mtu ashawahi nyang'anya Diana hiyo title ya princess, hata wakati alinyang'anywa hizo her royal whatever shit. Hakuna mtu, like, hata now he years back, she's still a princess. By the way, she's still my princess. Mimi sijui princess mwingine wenye nasikianga wa Dubai. I don't know any of them. Me, I know Princess Diana. So wakati amewaweka alert, kumbe Henry Paul had planned to tasemaje, to evacuate ama ni kufanya nini, kutoa the princess na his spouse, who was Dodie, na the bodyguard through the back door of the same hotel. So wakatoka with the Mercedes hapo nyuma, a Mercedes that was a W140 S-Class. Okay. You can imagine such kind of a vehicle iyo time. These people must be very wealthy iyo time. So sahi, by the Mohammed bado yuko. You can imagine. And I watched something that was saying, some article or some video that was saying that Mohammed has a lot of properties around the world. Like, that guy is a freaking billionaire. But guess where he lives? Anaishi kwa tent next to where where the son was buried. So sad, like so sad. You have so many places you can live, paka kwa yard, sijui ni yard ama yard whatever, but anakaa hapo. I don't know kama amestop kuishi, but that's because what I watched was like 2 years back. And they wakaingia kwa hiyo W140 S class wakaenda. We in there being Dodi, Trevory Jones, Diana, and Henry Paul, at John Paul, and Henry Paul. So, and they went. Now, when they are going, now this they were not kind of speeding off. They were just, they were at a high speed, but not a speed that can cause any kind of accident or something. Your time, the paparazzi who were in front, the front door, now noticed that they had been fooled and they started following them. Now they entered into their cars. It's amazing that paparazzis wako na car. Hapa Kenya tunakimbizana tu na mguu, tukiona tukupati tunasema uongo sasa. Tukudanganyishie like hatukukushika anyway, tusema uongo tupate story, but these people started following them. And now this is when the speed limit increased. Now they were racing after each other. Not after each other, but they were racing after them. And it is said that Dodi's apartment ilikuwa on the left side of central Paris, but they took the left. So guys, nobody ever questioned this, why they took that direction and not the direction that they were supposed to take. Because this was supposed to be in the inquiry, for God's sake. Like, tunafaa tujue, mbona driver alichukua hii route akuchukua hii route, ama mbona alichukua hii route akuchukua hii route, but nobody asked that. And they headed all to a tunnel that went by Port Alma, something like that. Elma Sheo sijui nyinyi tu walinda kwa tunnel. So in tunnel they were busy racing after each other, but the truth is that the person mwenye alikuwa behind this Mercedes never saw any paparazzi after this Mercedes. And this is the first witness who saw this accident happen. And he said, and this guy went by the name Eric Patel. Eric Patel never saw anybody after this Mercedes. And it was speeding. So we wonder what was after this Mercedes in the first place, because huwezi kunakimbia na kuna mtu anakufuata. So something was actually wrong somewhere, but nobody really wants to say what was happening until this point. Hakuna mtu anataka kusema what really happened to Princess Diana. So at this point, Eric Patel akasema within minutes. Remember walitoka Reed's Hotel like 12:20 hapo. So within minutes, Eric Patel had this huge explosion, like a bang. And the accident was so huge. The accident was so futile, fatal accident, yes. It was a fatal accident. And inasemekana that Eric alienda hapo kwa hiyo gari kuangalia what was happening, and akapata that Dodi and the driver had instantly died. But the woman, who by that time Eric didn't know who it was until the time he flipped her head, ndio akaona ni nani. Hata venye aliona ni nani haikumuhit, it's the princess. He just knew that there's a woman who is bleeding from the ears and nose, but he did not know. He just knew that I know this woman, but he could not point out alimjua kutoka wapi ama ni nani. So he went to call the police, and when he called the police, when they came, they kind of started now making him look stupid by saying there's no way hiyo accident ilifanyika hivyo. We imagine umeona kitu, unaita mtu akuje akusaidie, and then mtu anakuja hakukuwa hapo, ndiye anataka kukwambia venye kitu ilifanyika na yeye hakukuwa hapo. So Eric was really, was really confused. How do you know what happened yet you were not here? But they kind of were trying to make him look stupid. But like 2 hours from the time that accident happened, they blamed the accident on the paparazzi. And Eric was saying that I never saw any paparazzi near this accident, so I don't know why they are actually blaming this person. This because it said there were around 9 of them, or 9 or 8 of the paparazzis who are actually accused of the accident, and they were actually taken into custody, plus Eric Patel, who was actually, he was just like a whistleblower, just trying to say what had happened. But it turned out that now it seemed like they were holding him, but he didn't even know mbona anashikwa, because I could have seen this accident and moved on with my life in the home, nifanye vitu nilikuwa nafanya. But the fact is, I was behind this vehicle, I was behind this Mercedes, I saw what happened, and there's no way I could have moved or maybe like went on with my journey without really knowing what has happened, because you know, a good neighbor, whichever, you know, you're just being human. So akashikwa, then something like 30 hours. Let's leave 30 hours away. This crime scene, not crime, but this accident scene, a lot of things happened there. First of all, when the police came, they took Dodie and Henry to the morgue. Remember, Diana did not die instantly. Diana was taken to the hospital. That's where she died. But my point is, before Diana was taken, or no, the time that it took from the scene to the hospital, it is said it was a 3-mile journey, but it took 3-mile journey, see place refu, but it took these people around 2 hours to get to the hospital. And a lot of people insinuated that they took this time to make sure Diana died. I don't know ni nini walimfanyia hapa katikati, because there's no footage that is, kitu inaudhi that all this time, all her life, since the time she met this akis juni mwite nini doesn't even deserve, okay. The time she met Prince Charles to the time of her death, amekwanga under the scrutiny of cameras. Everything under cameras. Yani yeye tu sijui, yani akunywa maji, it's on the headlines, alikunywa maji leo. So this time that this woman has actually been in an accident, hakuna photo. Okay, hata paparazzi walikuwa wanamfuata, basi watake photo ziko, because according to the police, the paparazzi caused it. Okay, iko wapi? Ziko wapi photos za kuonyesha how the accident? We don't even want to know who caused it. Show us the picture how it happened then. But nobody had those footages. Nobody had hiyo footage ya kuonyesha how this accident happened. Yani, the only footage that is shown is wakitoka Reeds, but hakuna yenye inaonyesha wakiingia the tunnel. Hakuna yenye inaonyesha the accident happening. Hakuna yenye inaonyesha what happened hiyo time yenye walikuwa natoka from the accident scene to the hospital. Hakuna kitu inaonekana hapo. Yani literally a lot was blurred. A lot. Mambo tu mob ilikuwa imefichwa kwa hiyo scene. And my point was, or my question was, huyu Charles ago? Where's Charles? Like you know, hata kama ni ex wako ama sijui nini, because I don't know if they call it, wala call the ex princess of Wales, whatever. Whatever. Okay, amekufa ama ni mgonjwa ama ako hosi ama whatever, the mother to your children, uko wapi? Why are you not showing up to show hata pole hata anything? And he was never seen. And it is also insinuated that Diana had actually predicted her death around 1996, that she had written a letter to her butler saying that somebody, not somebody, but Prince Charles himself was planning to kind of cause an accident. And she said categorically that it was to like a accident ifanye nini, damage kichwa yake. Yani whatever the accident was going to be, it was a category, yani ilikuwa a specified one, how it is going to happen, what is supposed to be damaged. Kuna accident, kwani mbona vitu zuitu accident? It is because you were not planning for them, but this one looked like a planned one, like the way things were going to unravel or something. So I'm wondering, if Prince Charles hakukuwa na jina Prince before ama after, angekuwa tu anaitwa Charles. Sema Charles nani? Charles sema Charles Maina. Let's say he was Charles Maina. I mean, he will be the first person kwenda prison. Aulizwe, what was this letter all about? But Prince Charles, they are seated, they ugly him seated. Okay, but the guys, you should go check that man. That man is freaking ugly. like just to see, I don't know kama pia alikuwa amekaa na watch, I don't know, because by the guys, if you watch videos ya kuona the way people were hurt, the way people were, you know, sijui niseme, people were just hurt at the death of this woman. And our Kinuthia was there seated. I don't know, it was like finally it came to happen, you know. I think alikuwa amebebewa akili na Camilla, you know. And I'm sorry for Camilla. Ask me why. Camilla, yeah, she may be the queen, but guys, Queen Elizabeth hates that lady. And kumhate, of course the queen can't come out here and tell people I hate so and so. I mean, royalty, you know, you don't go out there displaying. Me, I'll tell you, because hey, utanipeleka wapi. But yeah, haizi tu toka seme. But the way, you know, the way she reacts. Me personally, sijai muona mahali amesimama na Camilla, ama wamekaa na Camilla, the way she does with Kate Middleton, ama the way she used to do it with the Princess of Wales. By then, I napenda that woman. So she's unlucky, Camilla. I mean, I don't know why they. Hey, mpango ya kando. When did you learn your lessons? Like, this man will bury you. Like, okay. So in this scene, a lot of things had happened, and first of all, it is said that place yenye Diana alipelekwa, iyo morgue alipelekwa, because she died on the operating table, and akapelekwa morgue. Hii morgue ilikuwa na 22 other bodies. How dare you take a princess to a normal morgue? Mimi sisemi hata mimi ni kufesa hii, but them sinieke na princess. Ako important kuniliko. That's the point. That's why we have Lee. That's why juzi tulipeleka Kibaki. Mnajua. Yeah, because sijui niseme dignitary. Tuka hiyo, si mtu tu kama Linda hapa najaribu kumake pesa hapa by them subscribe. Si mimi. Like, how? Because it said that there were other 22 bodies kwa hiyo morgue. But that, if I kuitwa morgue, inafaa kuitwa home. Lee funeral home. By the way, kuna mtu ashaenda huko. I want to see what happens there that doesn't happen hapa city mortuary. What happens there? Eh? Na siku unadungwa shindana alafu nothing, kuna kitu natolewa kwa mwili unakaa tu hivyo. Lakini it's unfortunate that si wote tunaenda kona ine. It doesn't matter where you came from. Unfortunate. But at least we give you your last respect, because we could respect ukiwa alive. Na by the way, story ya kutuonyesha hapa ma president umewalalisha chini, tuende tukiwa watch kawa wamekufa, tuite tuone Uhuru akiwa alive. I don't want to go see nini inaitwa aje, see dead bodies only for them to come and haunt me. Maybe nimelala bado njaa, the president is haunting me like I'm having an expensive dream. And yet I don't have food. Hey, why mtu ite tuone Uhuru, tuone Raila. Let's see these people when they are alive. Alafu tukuje tuone when they are dead, then we compare what has changed. Because if you tell me to come and see a dead person who I didn't see when they were alive, I don't even know how to compare. Simeka hapa amekuwa brown, akiwa alive alikuwa black. Ama hapa amekuwa black akiwa. Please give me the ability to differentiate life and death, something like that. So first, like hiyo time hiyo amepelekwa kwa morgue yenye kuna 22 other people and all that, which is so annoying to me. I don't know kama ni annoying kwako. Another thing, hii scene, this easy lori zinapitanga zikiclean barabara manini. Sijui kaka Kenya ziko. Sisi Kenya tunapanguzanga senye watu wanapita. dignitaries. Hiyo time ingine jipange. But hizo gari zilipita na very strong detergent ku clear hiyo, not really hiyo area. Naja tu niseme hiyo area because that's what, mbona hiyo siku ndina clean. So it was cleaned. So tutasema nini? Were you cleaning something? You know, it's that kind of messing up with the evidence and everything else. Forensic evidence and all that. So mbona clean nini place yenye imekuwa na accident yenye bado hawa pathologist and all everything else wajakuja wapitie waone what happened, what did not happen, because a princess died. Sio Linda amekufa. Linda hata mnaweza panguza kaja tolewa hapo, it's okay, but a princess amekufa. Hey, like you are treating her worse than you could have treated a normal human being. And for me, I feel like the royalty knew what they were doing, because if actually they valued this woman, awange kubali all this to happen in their faces, because wazi niambia wakujua, because see, this is royalty. Mimi hata minge kwa royalty which is in my dreams, ninge hata kama niko mbali aje, people will, you know, kutakuwa na masimu huku na huku, people to know how I'm doing, where to be taken, nini, you know, things like that. But now 7 in the morning, the scene was already cleared. Gari zinapita, it is, yani it's back to operational. Another thing that happened there is that each time when all this happened, it is said that 15 minutes later, remember nimekwambia hakuna footage ilionyesha this accident happening, hakuna footage ilionyesha this vehicle, the Mercedes, ikiingia the tunnel, like everything else looked planned. Because why is it that 15 minutes later somebody actually got a ticket? A ticket is where unapata ticket ya ni kama umefanya overspeed ama umefanya some traffic road, no, not traffic road, but driving offense, unapatiwa uende court ama sijui there's an amount you pay, vitu kama hizo. Somebody got a ticket 15 minutes later. So imagine 15 minutes later another vehicle passed after the accident, such a fatal accident. Like, oh, Queen Elizabeth, do something. Just do something, because man, here you failed us deep. You failed us deep. Like, this is our princess. You don't just treat her like a normal human being. She was a human being, yes, but with, you know, with a crown on her head, you know. So when hiyo barabara imekuwa cleared, so 15 minutes later somebody gets a ticket. My question is, hii video yenye ama ni camera, sorry, sio video, hii camera yenye ili capture this guy mwenye alipatiwa ticket 15 minutes later, hii camera ilitoka wapi? Yenye haiku film hey, yenye haiku eti film, wewe mkisita niwa you know, hii camera ilikuwa wapi iku film huyu the accident that happened to Princess Diana? So seriously, something was happening somewhere. Somebody was, I feel kama mtu alikuwa mahali aka switch off, akangoja accident ikahappen aka switch on. Because I don't understand why hiyo ako ka time peke yake is the only time yenye haina footage, because till today nobody has ever seen that video ya kuonyesha what really happened to this woman. And also till to date, I think nobody has ever seen the letter that was written to the you know, that was given to the butler, the one that was accusing somebody who was Prince Charles of the death of the upcoming death or the upcoming accident or something like that, because the butler actually released this letter to the police during the inquiry and everything else. And the letter was not even included in the inquiry. The letter, let's just say they just sat on it and it never saw the light of day. In fact, if the butler did not release that letter to the public, then hii ingekuwa kama rumors. Tungekuwa tunasema it is rumored that there was a letter. But no, it is not rumored. There was a letter. And time yote 30 hours later, the government or the police or whoever were handling this whole scenario now kind of switched the blame to Henry Paul, the driver, saying that he was under influence of legal drugs, not illegal but legal. Ni kama uende mahali ukwe prescribed na certain, tasema ja certain medication yenye maybe umeandikiwa don't drink, not drink and drive, don't operate machinery and everything else, na maybe ukunywe vitu kama hizo. And also it is said that alikuwa intoxicated na pombe, na eti hiyo intoxication ilikuwa at 20.7, which was 3 times the limit yenye imepeanwa hapo Paris and everything else, ama Paris hapo and everything else. So hapo ndio tulionyeshwa video ya this Henry Paul akirudi back to the hotel. Remember I told you he had left but he was called back. So wakati alikuwa called back, there's a footage. This footage is from the Ritz Hotel, and I think we were able to see this footage because this hotel belonged to Mohammed and his son was dead. I'm 100% sure if this hotel belonged to the government or belonged to me, Linda, or somebody else who has no, una sababu kwa maisha, you could have been told not to release it. But I think Mohammed released it, and you could see Henry Paul actually tying his shoes, like unajua ukinama utie your shoes, it means you can carry your weight, uko sawa. He tied, switched akata ingine na akasimama. You can see him actually akiwa mtu mwenye ako na senses zake and everything else. So I don't understand at what point alikuwa at 20.7 intoxicated na alikuwa under legal drugs. Hata fadhali wakisema illegal. Wasema legal drugs. And because they're saying that the drugs pia zilipatikana kwa gari. But we cannot really say zilipatikana because anything that is painting the people who are in the vehicle negatively, they were very, they were, it was okay for them to release them, but they were not saying the sides that they had failed. Vitu mingi zenye walikuwa na fail awaziongelelei. So Henry Paul, by the story mingi sana ziko kwa huyu Henry Paul. Henry Paul actually, kitu ili happen na yeye wakati walisema hivyo, his lawyer, his parents his family hired a lawyer for him, and a friend of his actually alikuwa kwa interview fulani, and he was saying that he was the one who had the key to Henry Paul's apartment, and when the police came to investigate the house, he was there. Na wakati alikuwa hapo, these people walienda kwa bar yake. People have bars in their houses. All right. Kwa bar yake alikuwa na 240 bottles of coke. Iyo coke light. But they did not say that. Okay, actually yes zilikuwa, but hawakuziona as an important aspect or something to note down, but they were fast to note that he had a bottle of martini in the house and something. There was another drink yenye ilikuwa hapo, but there were 2 drinks. Hizo drinks walizinote, but they did not note the coke. So these people were just after him, and it's so embarrassing or so, it's so shameful. It is so shameful that these people now walikuwa na me personally, that's my feeling. I feel like they were actually blaming Henry Paul because he was dead, and the dead don't talk. They felt that if they continue pressing the paparazzi, unajua ni, it's another name for mshene, mudomo. They will go and say everything else. They will, and the paparazzi don't come telling you, they publish. They say this kwa news where things will go haywire. So actually, I feel like they let them go to avoid more, more stories coming up from this incident. Now they started to blame on a dead man. So shameful. So the dead man could not talk. So this lawyer, Henry Paul's lawyer, actually what he was saying that he actually requested those people who are working or investigating this incident that they wanted to be there when they were investigating, when they were doing postmortem. They refused. He asked them if they can be there basi during the postmortem, waka refuse. He asked them then if they can give them the body samples, waende wafanye a private investigation. They refused. Why? Nobody knows till today. And if you ask me, they were hiding something. So hii time yote washanyimwa kila kitu. Even Mohamed Al-Fayed alinyimwa vitu mob sana. But there's only one thing that he did that really helped. But it didn't bring them back to life, but at least it helped somewhere. Each time, it is said that, remember, Trevor Lee Jones alikuwa in a coma that went for 10 days. When he woke up, he was in blackout. He could not remember what had happened. But with the time, he started remembering things. But he said that there was a motorcycle after them. Kuna motorcycle ilikuwa inawafuata, na in front of him kulikuwa na a black car yenye ilikuwa inawafuata, not inawafuata, but ilikuwa inaonekana na umbali fulani, but it seemed to be coming his way, not going. Because mimi najua kama ni kwa tunnel kuna njia ya you don't, if you are coming, means you this driver, but you don't use the same lane or something, the different lanes. But now this car was coming and the motorcycle was behind them. So they were kind of sandwiched. This Mercedes that they were in was somehow sandwiched. And at that point, there was a Fiat. Mimi by the end ndio time nimesikia gari kama hiyo, sikuwa najua kuna kitu inaitwa hivyo. Gari inaitwa Fiat Uno. Paris. So this vehicle atilikuwa hapo kando, and it kind of pushed this white car, pushed the Mercedes to the pillar that really killed them. And when it hit the motorcycle that was behind them, huyo mwenye alikuwa kwa motorcycle akashuka, akakuja akangalia gari na akafanya hivi. So I don't know who alikuwa anaambia, but it's kind of tumemaliza or something, sidhani kama kuna sign kama kuna anything positive about it anyway. So when they did that and they left, that's the only thing that Trevor anakumbuka. And they continued with these investigations, but now Mohamed Al-Fayed started following this fear, because when the government tried to follow it, he investigate kind of like 4,000 Fiats. Hiyo jina ni mbaya. 4,000 Fiats, like 4,000 wanawazimu. 4,000 Fiats, but they never came across yenye ilikuwa inasemwa kwa hii incident. But now Mohamed Al-Fayed akafuatilia the Fiat thing, akakuja kupata that this Fiat actually belonged to a paparazzi. This paparazzi's name was James Anderson. And this James Anderson, it is said that he had the art. I don't know how that is an art, but he had the art of filming or taking photos of people moments before they died. And kuna majina zilitajwa hapo that alikuwa take their photos moments before they died. And there was somebody who alibla uso yake who said that this guy actually alikuwa kwa the yacht yenye the Princess Diana na Dodif Al-Fayed na Mohamed Al-Fayed and the whole family walikuwa. Remember the one in around July 1997 yenye walikuwa na watoto. And hata bado yenye walikuwa nayo before wakuje kupata hii accident. Even yende aliwa take photos wakikuwa kwa in the 1997 summer. So this guy had actually been after these people. Ni mtu amekuwa akiwafuata, but you cannot really say something about a paparazzi following you around, because hello, that's what they do. So huwezi fikiria vitu mob. But this guy also said that this guy boasted to the widow of his friend, akimwambia he was there when Princess Diana died, and he actually took photos. And when they said that he took photos, a photo came up which showed Diana, Toddy, Henry Paul, and who is this bodyguard wakiwa kwa hiyo gari. And na hii photo ilipigwa wakiwa kwa gari, so there's no way hii photo ilipigwa na mtu ako ndani ya gari. Ilipigwa na mtu mwenye alikuwa mbele yao, possibly kwa gari. So ilipigwa hivi, so you could see all of them, although the photo was in black and white. But actually this person, when James Alpha, not James Alpha, nishawapea jina zao sasa, James Anderson alisema take photo, it is assumed that photo was actually the photo that James Anderson was talking about. And each time yote now, people they started kind of connecting the dots. And he had said to the widow of his friend that he was so cunning that the police could never catch him, that he was in that scene and everything else. So wakanza kumu-investigate nini, and in 2000 this guy died. And how did he die? Alipatikana kwa gari yake ameban with a gunshot in his head. So my question is, you shot yourself, then you set yourself on fire, or you set yourself on fire, then you I don't know, like there's no way this person assassinated us. It's the same assassination, because I think Diana ndiye alikuwa assassinated, because assassination is the killing of an important person. James Anderson hata sijui alikuwa nini whatever, but that's the way he died. And nobody really, everybody, many people said that it was somebody somewhere was scared that he might say what had actually happened, so akamu-eliminate. And Princess Diana akakuwa flown back to, where was it, to London. Akakuwa buried in an island, a family island. And kuna vitu mob, mnafaa muende muangalie hizi vitu, kuna vitu mob hapo sijaongea because of time. And the only thing naeza sema ni this lady was actually assassinated. He was killed. Me personally, I'm convinced she was killed, because kuna vitu mingi as it makes sense. And right now, the Henry and not Henry but Harry and William are wakona some kind of bitterness. Kuna pain. Hata mimi ningefeel pain as much as atujui who killed the mother, but we also know that the mother died with a heavy heart towards Prince Charles, because alikuwa amempitisha vitu mob. So I think they have a certain level of resentment towards the father. But Sine Prince, hey, wanasemanga you kiss so many frogs before you meet the prince. Me, I am ready to kiss all the frogs. Kama you the prince I'm waiting for, because that guy is ugly. Let me say, don't come for me. He's not good looking. But anyway, guys, that's the story I had for you guys today. Ni nini umesikia nyojaisikia, by the way? Na kama kuna kitu sijasema, hebu andika hapo chini tu. Mimi sijui everything, the same ujui everything. Yenye nimekuambia nenye huku unajua, yenye sijui uniambie. Bye. Don't skip ads. Woi, msiskip, nataka kulipwa. Kai. Guys, niko happy by the way. Thanks for the support. Najaribu kuimagine kama princess anafanywa hivyo. Mimi nazafanywa nini by the way? Anyway, subscribe, like, share, comment. Ads ziwatchiwe. Siwaweke ads long. Alafu hata usiku unaweza acha zikirani uende ulale. Sawa. Ya YouTube ni ngumu. Watu watakuwa